Metal Gear Solid 5 might be the most Metal Geariest Metal Gear game ever. It takes place in 1984, uses a bunch of technology that couldn't possibly exist at the time, and adds a bunch of new features. It also looks great and made me want to steal the controller out of the demonstrator's hands. As a longtime Metal Gear head, which is a term I've just invented, the most interesting thing to me was learning what they were going to change, and I don't think any change is bigger than the new open world design. But in the Phantom Pain, open world probably doesn't mean what you think it means. It's not like Grand Theft Auto where there's one large map you can explore at any time. Instead, there are large open islands, not of the literal kind, that you have more freedom to move around than ever before. As a guy who loves stealth, this sort of corridor and room-free approach to design sounds pretty great. To those of you new to the series, or those uninterested in the often plodding paths to find everything, that could be a problem. It sure was for a bunch of people who played Ground Zeroes. And speaking of weird things, in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, you have to play a bad guy getting better. Series creator Hideo Kojima knows that not being the hero is a potential problem, so he's trying to blunt that inescapable fact with story. He thinks it's like watching Breaking Bad's Walter White. Even though he's rotten, you get to experience the journey with him. And there's something kind of interesting about that. Plus, if you take the time and sort of play it as intended, you'll apparently get to discover what made Big Boss such a jerk. Okay, let's talk about something else weird. To a greater extent than I think most other games, Metal Gear is the product of a single creator. But he said something interesting after the gameplay demo we watched. Being a successful AAA developer doesn't mean that games become easier to make. Sure, as games get bigger, so does the potential payoff, but so does the risk. His challenge, he said, is to keep making good games with the authorship, maybe read weirdness there, that has come to define him and them. The Phantom Pain feels like a game designed for Metal Gear fans. Look, it's a Kojima joint. It's weird, it's nonsensical, it's fun. And how could it be anything else? Everything I saw, from Snake's weird prosthetic hand to the balloons he attaches to soldiers on the battlefield, made me think, like, this is another Metal Gear game, I need to play it now. I'm just not sure, honestly, how many new people that's gonna bring into the fold. But I'll be there.